is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. I'm continuing my coverage of Amber Heard vs. Johnny Depp, and I'm getting into some more details of the case. This detail is about Amber's friend who was at the wedding with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. His name is Tillet. I've made some videos on him before. Some people say I'm going too easy on him, and now that I see he said this, well, I guess I'll go a little bit hard on him, or give him a little bit more what he deserves. I won't call him Toilet. I can't quite go down to that level, because if he sees me calling him Toilet, which a lot of people call him around here, then he could rightfully say that I'm name-calling and things like that, so I will not be calling him Toilet. Okay, he uses the phrase cis male when talking about writing and entertainment, which is the thing I've been doing on this channel for, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, against the kind of attitude that he has. I looked it up because I knew what it meant, but I just made my own definition in my head based on context from writing and things like that, so I wanted to be really clear about it for you guys, so when I get into his tweet, we know what's going on. A guy who is not transgender, a man or boy who is comfortable identifying as what they were assigned at birth and comfortable being in a man's body. In other words, this is what 99% of men are, short for cisgender male. Now, I think they overshot it. It's probably 95%, but whatever. It's what a lot of men are. I'm definitely comfortable with being a man. I honestly can't imagine any other way. And I'm comfortable saying that because, like I've been saying, a lot of SJWs are attacking straight men, especially, and straight people, and I think there's nothing wrong with being straight. Unfortunately, cis male is sometimes used as an insult by people who want to delegitimize somebody else's opinion by attacking their identity. SJWs frequently resort to calling somebody a privileged white cis male as a way of countering an argument, even though they are often just assuming the person in question is cis, and also assuming they're white, by the way. At least Tillet did not use the word white, which a lot of SJW white people do, but he didn't, so he's half off the hook. The phrase cis male can also be used in a totally neutral way without any judgment depending on the context. Neutral use, around 99% of men are cis males. Derogatory use, I can't believe you disagree with my feminist psychoanalytic criticism of Super Mario Brothers. You're just a cis white male who can't see beyond your privilege. So what does white have to do with it, man? This is what I keep wondering. So if I'm let's say, judging Super Mario Brothers, how does a white dude judge Super Mario Brothers different than a privileged dude of a different skin color? That's why I call these people racist. So now, let's get into Tillet writes, little tweet here, and he's going right down the black hole of being an SJW. He says, excited for the day when women, POC, and gender variant authors get to be frivolous in their storytelling the way cis men are. So like I said, he didn't say white, which a lot of them do, so alright. I love the mind run free of earnest yearning for understanding, empathy, change, just imagination. What a luxury. Now, here's the thing. I look at it as exactly the opposite. So, as a cis male, I think I'm just as judged when I write a piece of work these days in 2020 as anybody is. We have Brie Larson who could stand up and say, I don't care what a white dude thinks about me. And, people okay, Brie. Not everybody. People like me are no, Brie, you're an idiot. You shouldn't say that. But, a lot of people and people in Hollywood just all right, good job. Good job, Brie. Yeah, that's right. So, my point is, I think he's wrong because everybody's feet gets held to the fire for how they write about things. And nobody these days can just write frivolous and free with just their imagination. Those days are over for everybody. So calling out cis men about that, I think is ridiculous. And I also think that cis men, quote unquote, probably are looked at with the most judgment on it. Because it's like white dudes who are getting attacked, mainly for the movies in the 80s who have a lot of men and white men as the main stars. And then secondary, they attack men. So that's the sign of an SJW for me. My whole thing here has been good storytelling is good storytelling. If it happens to be black, white, Mexican, all female, all male, that's fine. Just don't make that the selling point and don't make them deliberately more powerful than other characters of the past for the sake of showing they're more powerful. Not because it's a good story. kind of like Rey in Star Wars, is obviously the prime example of decade. She's just super powerful. She doesn't get hurt. No drawbacks. No nothing. She's just awesome. There's no reason for it, basically. There's a few other pretty good examples, but that's the shining example. So, this to me is evidence that Io Tillet, not toilet, is a SJW. You guys, let me know what you think down below. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Do some shoutouts. Shout out to Shadow Man, who I'm not sure follows this case, but he supports here, so thank you, sir. Shout out to C's Wallace, who changes her profile pic like every 4 days, but that's the one now. And shout out to Francis Marie, great supporter here. Thank you for the comments, and that's it. We are done. If you're not subscribed here, consider subscribing. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. I usually have better lighting than this, but you know, I gotta film at all times of the day. I can't control my schedule. Here we are. Yeah, that's it.
Central Parkway in the night with the orange lights, alright. You can take a drive, fucking